Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Just a little update video here after we followed on from the PDP. A couple of things have changed. So I picked up some of those 6 30-second screws that I needed. Just got a pack off Amazon, which came like this. And it's just a bunch of countersunk screws. I had to order them in what size I thought was best. They're probably just like a fraction of a millimetre too long. But what I'll do is I'll just shave the screws down. But for the most part, because this, old Trigicon RMR copy sight has an O-ring on the bottom, it kind of squishes that and it holds in place. So the red dot is on there. I picked up the base plates for the magazines by the company that also does the extended Magwell, which is Top Shooter. These are a very, very simple part. I'll just take these out here and show you. So it does actually say on the listing that this thing requires the base plates. So if you're thinking about getting it, you're gonna have to switch them out. It's not a bother really. It's just like if you really, what would be nice is if you really require it, if this part just came with it, so if you had one mag, you can just, away you go. But it's neither here or there. We basically take the old base plates off, super simple and easy, and we take the new ones and we just slide them on like that. So not a big task at all. Take that one off there as well. Some nice CNC base plates. They do wobble around quite a lot, but they're really designed there to stop your mags getting damaged. So there we have it. There was a good suggestion by one of the commenters on the previous video about just putting where you got the gap in the threading, just putting an O-ring around there, and I might try that. I have put this back on and tightened the screws down, and since then it hasn't really budged, but I haven't shot it all that much. So we've now got extended flared Magwell. We've got the base plates of the mags, so they'll slip in nice and easy. We've got the trigger, which isn't adjustable, but going off feeling it might be a bit of a placebo, but the trigger does feel much better, apart from the sort of scratchy resistance on the reset. And that might be a really simple thing to fix. I don't think it actually happens when the slide's off, but let's try give it a go. So we fire, yeah, it still happens. So there's some resistance, whether it's rubbing up against the body. Now what I'm going to quickly try is just getting a little bit of grease. Let's see if we can squeeze a little bit of grease down there with the 1-pen brush, and we'll put some on the side of the bar as well. Try and work that in the best we can. I'm just squeezing the brush down the side of the trigger bar. I'm just trying to recreate as least amount of friction as possible, and we just wipe off the excess there. So is this better? Let's give it a go. It's still grabbing, so I'm not sure where it's grabbing from. Maybe we just need to run this trigger in. It does, like I say, it does, I'm not sure if it's a placebo, but the brake and the reset does feel better than the original. So maybe they've changed a bit of the geometry on the trigger bar. Who knows? So this pistol's pretty much good to go now. Did I gas these mags up? I don't think. No gas in those. So we're ready to start rocking this and putting it through its paces. The only thing I'm going to do is I've got one of those holsters that accepts the torch, not the pistol. So I'll whack my X300 off my SIG on here, which might stick out a fair bit. Hopefully the compensator helps with that. And we'll put it in the holster, take it to a couple of games and see how it does. So everything in terms of barrel and hot rubber is all standard. The only things we've changed are trigger, magwell, mag base plates, compensated barrel, and of course the red dot, which we put on there, which the gun comes with the plates as well. Quite a few people in Germany have said that they don't get these markings, so there will be some regional differences there. And then once I put this through its paces, if it's something that I want to keep hold of, I'm going to do a colour change on this. I've seen a couple of like the real ones. So it's really loose. I've seen a couple of the real ones where they've done like a bronze, so like a bronze and tannish colour, which looks really, really smart. So maybe we'll go for that. I might even go as far to Cerakote the frame as well. Just make it look unique. But there's the Walther PDP. Everything that I bought for it now functions as it should. Very much could have been my mistake not seeing the, well, it probably was. You go on there, and with a lot of the websites like WGC, you'll have like the website, you'll have all the product images, And I think with the Magwell, as I was looking down PDP parts, you've got like a quick add button. So you can hit that quick add button, it adds it to your cart without going to the product page. I think that's what I did. So what would be nice if those websites do that, if you add it to your cart, it just pops up and says that you need to use these base plates. I'm not sure the code in that with some of these websites, but just so you know, you're gonna need them. And of course, they ain't cheap, especially when you're buying them for multiple mags. But there we go. The pistol feels fantastic. The trigger does need some improvements on that friction, but hopefully we can run that in. So there we go. PDP, good to go. Let's take it to some skirmish days, see how this thing does, see what comes loose. I do need to get a better red dot sight because this is just an old one that I use as a placeholder on a lot of the stuff. And see how this thing does over time. So thanks for looking at the PDP series. I think this pistol looks fantastic. It's, you know, a bit different with it not being, you know, a Glock replica or a SIG. You know, there's not a huge amount of Walther pistols out there. There are some, don't get me wrong, but when you're comparing it to like the SIG pistols, the Glocks, the M9s, everything like that, there are far less Walther models, and this one feels really, really good. Someone did tell me that they've done a PPQ, like a version 3 of it, so maybe we'll look at that if these mags are the same. Now they do, the spare mags that you buy do come with the PPQ base plates, so the new PPQs, as far as I'm aware, take this same mag. So there we go. What do you think of the PDP? Is it cool? Is it chunky? Does it look ridiculous to you? Does it look fantastic to you? Let me know down in the comments below. And for now, this is ready to go, put through its paces. And then after we've done a few games with it, I'll come back and report how this thing is doing. Can't really do massive amounts of range tests at the moment because the weather is crap. And to be honest, the cameras struggle to see the BB flight paths in the best of weather. So I think going out there where it's dark and you know, tipping it down with rain, we're going to wait till the weather gets better before we go out and start doing the range stuff as well, which some of you still criticise the hell out of. But I'm not a videographer. I just do this ad hoc. Making videos isn't a professional thing that I do. I just try to do it the best and easiest way that I can to document my journey through covering a lot of these replicas. So thanks for tuning in as always. I hope you like it, and we'll be coming up with some new videos soon. I'm hoping the PTX is released soon because I was early on the pre-order on that, so hopefully we can get that and start doing some content on that for you. But for now, from me and Bench, we'll be seeing you in the next one.